The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Ducks will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
RPO complete to open the drive. At the 35, he's loose. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This crowd, full throats, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Fires to the big fella.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it. Got the back over the middle. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Ducks decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. So UCLA's offense will go to work for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, now DTR, looking the part, being the part.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Church. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working. getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses on balance.
The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The RPO, it's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. All kinds of running room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Trying to find his man on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Gets it out fast. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, look out, there he goes. Inside the 10. the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
And he's running in the open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Can't get him to the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Bruins have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Second down after that incompletion. Motion from the offense. Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown Bruins! A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so probably no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run it from the gun. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. Drills him with the stiff arm. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Pratt. tackled after picking up the first down.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA. You know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Navy. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And the pass is intercepted. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll immediately call timeout.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The give on 4th down. The Bruins get it past the sticks. There was never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team you don't believe in it.
I mean, that close, literally you're talking about falling forward. I can't fall forward and get inches. Man, I'm taking my chances with that.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead down a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters from there in Pasadena today. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
The Ducks will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The back goes in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Skips away from pressure. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide out in motion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Pratt. At the 20, he's got space. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And Obviously, this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators.
Touchdown, UCLA! And the punishment has been extended. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bruins.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds a man on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Dances away from one. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun. Give on the inside. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. quickly to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
The aerial assault continues. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, UCLA! And the route is on.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Guys, ownership of the Territorial Cup is at stake today between Arizona State and Arizona. Here's where they're at so far. Arizona came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. The fact, this wasn't ever really in question. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. It'll be a run on third and short. Powers through the defender. Still on his feet at the 45. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Oregon! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling help lead to that long touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a 74-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't.
He'll take the deep shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And the beatdown has ensued. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Hard running there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Ducks are rolling down the field. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Unloads quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads off.
Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bruins will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and look for room. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get... Oh, look out! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they can ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being...
Headed to the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. While this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Touchdown, Bruin! And the pummeling has started. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer.